What's up? This is the Social Primate Podcast.
My guest today, Chris, right? Christian.
Yes, Christian.
Chris Christian.
Yeah. Hey, you. Hey.
Better known as the host of Vaya con Diosa podcast, right?
Yes, Divine Diosa.
Divine Diosa. Nice. Yeah. I've actually, just a few days ago, I finished listening to a few episodes with, one of them had Anna Orega.
Oh my God, she's so amazing.
Yes.
Such a smart woman.
I've had the chance to, meet her, work with her, and have her in a different podcast on. She's awesome. Yeah. So that's why I heard it and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
This is cool. All right, I'll check it out.
Oh, and then I think the ads were just like underneath each other for the Live Locals podcast, and then yours, the bigger one. So I was like, okay, cool.
That's cool. Yeah, Anna's a really good gem of like what like LA Cultura is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like doing Dryland, her like editorial magazine. Yeah, writing magazine. She's doing workshops.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. She's doing workshops. Yeah, she has a bunch of different projects that's going on right now.
Yeah, she's a big community person.
I think it's awesome, and you power to her.
Yeah, and she dresses well. It's like,
she dresses well.
That's really important.
Yes,
it's like,
this is a sponsorship for Anna.
Anna, yeah, thank you. You're welcome. I'm gonna come to your house later, Anna. You owe me $20 for this promo right here.
Go pick it up. But going back to your Vaya con Diosa podcast, for the people who don't know what that is, can you give us a little bit of background about your show?
On my show, yeah. So I'm an LA native and I like to eat a lot, and I'm also a comedian. So I just wanted to kind of just showcase what I see. Like mi vida, it's so beautiful. So I just like interview inspirational or innovative people of color. I feel like I'm on Miss America right now. Miss Colombia, yeah, right? What? How do you represent yourself? Well, I also, right? Just it's all about the posture. So my podcast is pretty much on cultura, comida y comedia, culture, comedy, and the culinary arts. Mm-hmm. Finally, after like 6 months, I knew a word how to like translate it, because before it was like comedy, culture, and food, and like it sounds better with like culinary arts, like the other one, comida, comedia y
with
cultura.
The C's,
the C's. It's like I could just do the C's right there. So
it rolls right off the tongue, like just wow.
Yeah. So we're trying to make everyone look like helicopters. So it's cool. Yeah, I get to like really just interview a lot of amazing and meet a lot of amazing people. Yeah. And so there's segments to my podcast that I like want, because I want to learn. I essentially want these people are badass. Like, please be my guru, Yeah. So there's lesson learned, which is like I ask people like a lesson that they'd like to share. And, I've gotten, the common sense, like pay your tickets, be on time, to like other stuff. And, I have another segment called Tragona Time.
Yeah.
And I ask people like, Tragona Time, that's a vulgar way of saying like, I'm a fat ass, or I'm a fat, I love food.
Yeah, you love food.
I don't want to say
too much.
Yeah, I don't want to say I'm a foodie, because foodie insists that I'm like, I'm small. Oh, look at that little cutie foodie. It's like, no. Tragona. Yeah, right. Hey, we all go crazy for different things. Some people it's blow, me it's bacon. So tomato.
Some people would say that's the same thing.
Yeah. Poets. Poets. Anna. Yeah, Anna. Anyways. Yeah, exactly. I don't, like. Yeah. I don't do it, but I have tasted both in the past, and I could say that bacon tastes better. Way better.
I agree.
Yeah.
I had a piece of bacon earlier.
Yeah. Even turkey bacon or like vegan bacon. Just the sound of bacon. Yeah. Such a happy. Good. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yeah. So that's my podcast.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, last question about your podcast. So why did you want to start that? Like, what made you want to do that?
I've had a radio show before, and I've always like, like talking to people, interviewing people, and just like I've you know, I feel like I'm an artist, you know, whether I do comedy or whether I do styling or whether I do, you know, bacon salads, like it's all just, I've met a lot of great people, like amazing people that just, you know, I have a friend, shout out to Raul Baltazar, like he nonchalantly was like, oh yeah, check out my new painting. Yeah, it's going to be at the LACMA. It's going to be at LACMA. Like, all casually, I was like, all right, that's cool. And, you know, introducing me to like other artists, like he introduced me to Manuel Campos, which is like, I'll try to show you or put a link to it, but it's very like sacrilegious art, but it's modern art. And like he was showing at this really cool, like, you know, museum or like this little gallery in Chinatown. And I'm like, this is like amazing. Like, these are people within our community who are like, this is inspiring. Yeah. Like these people are living to their potential. Like they're doing things like on a global level. And like, to me, that's like, I don't know, like a leader. Even though they didn't say they were a leader, I was like, that's inspiring. You're like doing stuff, but on the next level. And so like, you know, the people that I like interview there are like people who are doing it to the next level, you know?
Yeah.
Like Anna has her like Dryland, you know, lit magazine, and she's like selling it at Amoeba, she's selling it at Mocha, like
right.
Yeah, like what's next? You're conquering LA, which is one of the most difficult cities to live in. You know, it's beautiful. We're both LA natives, so you know, just to highlight that, you know, Rafa is a friend of mine. Like I've known him for a very, very long time, like since I was like a teenager. So like
so it's good. It's like nice to see when you're, you know, the people around you are succeeding, or, you know, at least, you know, working towards a, like you say, like a higher purpose, if you want to.
Yeah, you're
kind
like,
of put it that way.
Yeah, like your social circle starts to make sense. So
yeah,
or they're just, yeah, it's just a strong people around me. Thanks to Rafa, I got to see what is it, Martin Moreno, which is like a really innovative like comic. He's like doing music and comedy together, and not like Little Dicky. Have you heard Little Dicky?
Little Dicky, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like not like
the rapper dude, right?
Yeah, what is it? Dirt Nasty or Simon Rex. He also does like stupid like music, but more so and a little bit twist of like Tenacious D, because it's two guys, but his comedy is, you know, some guy playing a guitar like a flamenco. And him just kind of doing spoken poetry, but it's funny. Okay. But he talks about, you know, like feminism and how like his granddaughter was just born, and when she was born, that's when his life turned around, and he told his son, "You're gonna raise this woman, you're gonna raise this baby like if it was a boy, like, you know why? Because like you're bringing her into a world with guys like you and me." And then he pointed to like, you know, several like, I don't know, I'll say it, ugly dudes in the audience. And it was like, yeah, it was like, you fool, like, you know, you see this? We're your Prince Charmings. Yeah. This is the Prince Charming that you're going to raise her to, like, you know, idolize. Tell her to be strong. Tell her exactly what you would tell your son, you know, like, be protected, wear a condom, you know, or like, you know, just play the game, or like, you know, just shit like that, as opposed to like sexist usual ways of like, you know, women just being protected.
Yeah, so trying to bring awareness through comedic like ways, right?
Yeah, and like that's dope. That to me like is the purpose of comedy, is to like bring an awareness. There's this woman that I know. Woman, look at me, just maturing her side. This dope ass chick, Nati. She's based off in New York, and like friend of mine, I could say, and she said something very smart. She said, satire will destroy fascism. And it makes sense. Like in a time right now where it's just so serious, just like it is in this room. Right? Like it's so serious, like you need to like bring some light to it, and like what better way than humor? Right. That's the smartest way, you know? What's his name?
That's why we have memes.
This is one of the purposes that I wanted for us to talk about technology. Yeah. A little shout out to memes.
Shout out to memes.
Fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy how like we mentioned briefly earlier just how you know, one single, I mean, every day you come across memes. There's not one day you don't see one. But just the impact that one can have It doesn't even have to be something serious, but something completely relatable, to your life or, to just your experience. Excuse me. But, and they add it's funny. It's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
You can't help but.
It's too real.
Yeah, it's
too real. Yeah, it's too real. One of my favorite little we all go through technology as the dark web. That's the void. That's the void. Like Reddit and people who were really into the internet know that in the early beginnings, it has its dark ways, whatever. I had a great point and I totally forgot it. See, technology can't fix that. So that's human error.
Not until the AI takes over.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but yes, memes. Yeah. Yeah. So I got into a dark spot of was seeing suicide memes.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Hilarious. Hilarious. Yeah. I'll try to describe one. Mm-hmm. It's this, it's like a flash flood. Mm-hmm. And then there's this reporter, she's she's in a Latin American country, but of course she looks more European. She's light skinned. And then she has on her left, this, this lady, this, darker lady holding her up. And on the other side, another older man holding her up. That way she doesn't touch the water. Mm-hmm. And then it says, me as the reporter. And then one side of the little lady, it says drugs. And then the little man says memes. And then the water is suicide.
I think I've seen it.
Yeah. So it's oh man, that resonated so much. And it's that's all. Fucking yay memes. Bravo on that one, right? Who needs a therapist when you fucking have memes?
That meme just saved I don't know how many people from actually, snuffing it.
You're looking at it. I am going to get that. Yeah, thank you. The inspiration found right now on the Social Primate podcast. I'm going to get an oil painting of that meme and then frame it in gold leaf and be like, look, children, you were alive because of this. Look.
Right? It's I'll choose the memes.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. But it's just made it. This desk is writing right on my lower back.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, the memes.
Yeah, the memes. The memes.
The memes. Fuck, I used to be a victim of that. It's what did you say?
Memes? Yeah, memes or
memes?
Yeah, or GIFs.
Memes.
GIFs.
Someone said memes.
Memes?
I think that was me for a while too.
That's cool though.
But I learned my lesson now.
Yo, you know what? That's another thing about technology. It's good that you bring it up, but just trolling and just bullying on the internet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
It's so easy to do it nowadays.
Because it's when you're fighting with your significant other. I've been a victim or a perpetrator of this.
A perpetrator.
Yeah, where I get all ballsy when I get mad. I would get mad at an ex-boyfriend and just write some ballsy ass shit that I would never say in his face. No one should ever say anything like that. And but there's this veil in that the internet has that allows that.
Yeah, like you said, there's there's some discussion boards that I see once in a while, and people make some fake ass profiles for that fucking moment, for that article, and they start talking shit to everybody, or start saying some racist stuff, or just bullying all these different people. And the sad part is there's no way around it, because they can just create a new profile and keep fucking trolling.
Yeah, you think she's trolling? She got me lolling.
What can you do?
Yeah, some people thrive off of that. Those people are little fire starters. We've all had that friend. Yeah, we've all had that friend, that jugueton, or that fucking annoying friend that sometimes would just like to say outlandish shit just to get people riled up. And people feed off of that. It's a cheap thrill. It's that's obviously someone that's I work at a bar, and sometimes people will call in and complain and say I had this experience, blah blah blah. I want my money. Yeah, about the bar, but their food, or about I don't know, the plants or whatever, the toilet paper. People feel so entitled to tell you exactly what they want from you. So this lady was complaining for $10. And I was like on the floor when she was there. I didn't know the exact story, but I knew that she complained to like the general manager that night, as well as other security guards. And she got in a fight with the hostess, and she was there for a while. Anyways, she had already talked to like 5 people. And then she like called the restaurant or the bar again on like, Tuesday, and like complained to me for like a full hour.
Like over the phone?
Over the phone, yeah. And and then she like complained to another colleague, and it's like, but she just wanted to go at it. And it's like, that's so psychotic. Like, what cheap thrill are you getting, woman? Yeah. And the reason why I say that is because, listen, if I was there, I would have given you a different experience. But the reality is I can't go back in time, and neither can you.
Right.
I'm offering you 2 solutions for your problem right now. Either you like come in on Friday, or you come in on, if you come in on Friday, or at this moment, there's nothing else we could do. Like I was offering her like free cover charge or something like that. Whatever. Just so like you make her happy.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, well, I'll have a free whatever. But she didn't really accept it. She was more like, okay, well, I want more. And she saw that I couldn't give her more. And then she kept on going and going and going and going. But it's like, I don't know. People are weird in their psychology of just like, going and pushing their limits.
Right. I mean, that's what people...
She was a fucking troll. That's what I was trying to get.
Yeah, she was a troll. Yeah, and it gets bad. Like, you only have to go on fucking Facebook or Instagram.
Man, you took a deep breath for that one. You're like, oh man, fucking.
It's just people they don't have a fucking chill. Like they don't have no chill. They feel like just because you have your own profile or your own access to the internet that you're entitled to, give your opinion. I mean, you do, right? But
yeah. But it should be with like certain like aesthetics, like, okay, I'm not gonna like repost something over and over again. Well, I don't know, to each his own, but I mean,
but the way I like to see it is that, I mean, if you look at it in a outside perspective, we've only had the internet for like less than
20 years.
20 years, right?
Yeah. Yes. Well, a little bit longer.
Yeah, I mean, social media wise started maybe hitting like 2007.
Yeah.
So 10 years tops with like full access to communicating with each other.
That's like that's the new generation, the millennials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder how. I mean, I'm pretty sure in the future there'll be some, hopefully, some better etiquette for that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying since like the Renaissance. I'm pretty sure there was like a podcast with Galileo and like some like interdimensional guy. It's like, are these people ever going to get class? Are these people ever going to be better? Oh, and here we are.
Galileo?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. It like goes full circle, and this is the social primate. Right. Yeah, right.
Yeah, we're here now. But yeah, I mean, it's just the technology is just it feels like it's still really young in its stage to know where we can be. That's why we're just fucking around trolling people.
Yeah, I think like social media is maybe like it's more accessible, so it is young in that sense that it's been accessible to everyone. But like technology, it's been there for a while. That's that I think that's like a part of like the I don't know this well, but I would imagine, but like it's part of like culture or society. Like in order for a society to thrive, they need to do technology. Like that always needs to be part or thought of. Right? It's important. It's like a basis of or a foundation of what a society needs to do to thrive. Because like you think about like every society,
Yeah, I mean, I think about it, and it just feels like humans just need to have innovation all the time in a way, because they always have to be making, better microphones to capture your voice, or better cars, or
or better way to make food,
or better way to make food, more efficient. At some point, it's just gonna pop up right in front of us.
Yeah,
and I think it's just part of it. I mean, like you said, it's just that innovation that we're seeking. So the technology, technology goes fucking far. You can
go to space.
You can go to space and shit,
But you can also save lives. And like, I know that there's I'm no conspiracist or anything like that, but like I know that there's our governments are, Chinese government, the world government, the US government, they have like, labs in which, I'm pretty sure they have like cures to a lot of the diseases that a lot of us have. Like maybe the common cold or like even cancer. But, technology is also used because it is a form of power to control people,
For sure.
Yeah. So that technology is really important. And, it's good that we bring it up, us both being from LA and being Latinos. Like, I feel like I grew up and I feel very embarrassed to even like say this, but it's like, oh, technology, like, well, whatever. That's for like, that's for boys or like, that's for nerds, but like, no, like, I remember taking, and I think it's part of our generation too, millennials, learning how to type.
Yeah.
Like, that was like, in sixth grade, it's like, okay, we had computer class. And we would all do like, just like games and like the typing and stuff like that. And that's so essential. Yeah,
I got my dad got my first computer when I was 7. And since then it kind of just felt like second nature at some point, just being in front of the computer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like you said, like it just feels like that generation. We're still considered millennials? What are we? What generation will we be part of?
Yo,
I don't even know.
Yeah, right now we're like transcendental like beings right now. Okay, yeah, I am not. Yeah, no, I am here. Technology. Yeah, but technology was a big thing when I grew up. Like we would go to like a store and like buy the processor and buy the screen and buy that. And now it's like, all right, get your laptop.
What I still trip out on is Bluetooth. Like you have a speaker a few feet away from you and you're playing music from your phone.
Oh, that Bluetooth.
Like I get fucking high as hell and then I'm thinking like, what the fuck?
Like where did it go?
Like in my lifetime I still had to had the CD, physical cassette player.
Yeah.
And now it's
like just like ding, 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 ding.
And it's seamless. Like there's no lag between it.
That's a perfect word to describe it because technology is that. It's seamless. Like technology to me is not like a straight line. It's more like it's like water.
Yeah.
Like it's like, okay, liquid, like I think of Terminator when he turns into like those like
the silver liquid.
When he turns into the silver Gatorade. It's just like going through the streets and shit like that. Like that's technology, just like so smooth and it evolves and it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I just hope that within all this technology we still remember to like, be human and like, take a break, I went camping recently.
Yeah.
It was great because my phone, I didn't really care about it, I did not care. And like, like I went with my friends and then they started talking and I was like, I had a headache. I was like, oh, I don't want to hang out here. Just fucking walked over to the river, found a rock, pretended to read, took a nap. Oh, it was great. Yeah. I felt like I was like the Jungle Book. Like,
Mowgli?
Yeah, just like chilling. But it's great to disconnect from technology because, it's good to like just, you have to be mind, body, and soul. Can't be just, sentado and then look like Slimer.
Yeah.
Just like you have to like move your body too.
No, so for sure. Because even if you don't, they're just, besides your body is atrophying, you're gonna. You need
to move.
Do that shit.
Yeah, technology. As much technology as there is, there's no technology for me to like really like lose weight. There's lipo, but that's like extreme technology. Like there's no like machine that like I'm at work and while I'm at work, it's like moving my body. Just like look, she's working out, right? Like, so nothing. Like you have to put your human force into it and don't depend on. Technology is great, especially for your livelihood. You're a graphic designer.
Yeah.
How important is it for like someone to have like a good website?
It's super important.
Yeah.
A lot of people have some shitty websites.
Yeah.
Like to be honest, they're bad. But and they still get business. They get business, but it's always the way they're communicating that information can be better.
Yeah.
Because I think it's really all about first impressions. And if you don't really have the that first impression where you look legit. Because I mean, if you go to a shitty website, you're gonna think like, okay, either I'm gonna stay here or this place is gonna steal my money.
Yeah.
And if I don't know, I just feel like a lot of businesses don't have them, and if they don't have them, we're in 2017. Everything.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
I thought we were in 1819. I'm fixing my mustache. Oh, really? It's Salboy.
Monocle?
Yes, sir. Is that where we're at right now? Okay.
Oh, fuck. It's getting hot in here.
Yeah, it's all right. Put the Band-Aid over your face like Nelly. I am Yeah, just a little here.
What?
Here. So, yeah, what are some websites that you are like, damn, that's a good website?
Like just normal websites?
Yeah.
I guess, what is this?
This is like a rose elixir, just like aromatherapy.
So I just squirted it in my face?
It is not squirt it. You mist it.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah,
so
just like mist. It's like aromatherapy. Yeah. So you're saying it was hot.
It smells good.
Yeah. See if technology can do that. No.
Not yet.
Ooh,
Not yet.
yeah. Well, you're right. Some artificial shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is real.
Well, quick thing before we continue with that website stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, you mentioned about the Latinos and technology. I'm not sure, if in your school or high school they had like a major focus on technology courses and stuff. But I know in my high school they had a program, but it was like normal shit, like just typing basically.
Yeah.
I feel like there wasn't a lot of focus in our community for us to kind of develop the ability to learn.
You're right.
All these computer skills.
You're right. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about even in the beginning of MySpace,
Mm-hmm.
They would have codes, or you can find out codes on the internet of how to customize your page and stuff like that. And someone on Twitter wrote that was a gold mine.
Yeah.
They were teaching us how to web develop for free. And
I didn't think about it that way before. I'm just copy and pasting this,
exactly.
changing this URL.
But I didn't know that was technologic. I was just okay, whatever. And but you can find out how to do anything on the internet, and that's why I love technology.
Yeah.
It's just, I can learn French, I can learn how to sing, I can learn how to belly dance, I can learn how to make bombs, da bombs, food. That's what I mean. Yeah, but just to anything. So
yeah, it's I like the idea that it's just like a big collective place for information. That a bunch of people like you and I just upload that information into this big internet creature.
Yeah.
And it just feeds. That's what trips me out. I think about it, the internet knows too much. If it was to take form, it's gonna.
Those Matrix movies are real. Yeah. Yeah, we laugh.
It already knows everything.
Yeah, right. It's
cut it off.
It comes out through the computers. No.
Yeah.
No, but it,
Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to go to is just there's not a lot of representation for Latinos or people from the Black community.
Yeah,
in tech.
I don't know. Yeah, the only person famous person that I know on the internet who's Black is Serena Williams, because she married the guy who invented Reddit.
Oh yeah,
or you're
yeah, she's a tennis. Yeah, she's a tennis player, right? Yeah,
she's a star on her own.
Star,
she's an amazing woman of just a wonderful athlete, powerful woman, and she's with this guy who's is it Reddit? It's someone really important within the
the internet
community. Yeah, maybe someone of Tumblr. I don't know. I don't quote me.
I want to say Reddit. Yeah,
Reddit, right? Yeah, but other than that, I don't know anyone.
Yeah.
Or any you know what? I do know Latinos. What is it? The guys from Desmadre, which is a comedy. Yeah, I believe they work within the Silicon or in startups and stuff like that. My friend Nati, she works also with a couple of startups, but startups are huge. And they're all these little businesses that are blowing because of technology.
Yeah. I think it's growing. I today, because some of the stuff that we were going to touch base on, I saw that there was like, I think the percentage of the workforce in the technology area, for both Latinos and blacks, it makes, I think, 8% of the whole workforce.
That's nothing.
For both of them. Yeah. And it's like, it's really low.
And do we not use the internet, especially like, people our age, people younger, like even like...
I guess people's like, I think that their counter argument would be like, that they're not focused in technologies because they don't want to be in it. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I think it's more about the opportunities that are available to them.
You're right. And I think now, like with this generation, because I feel like this is a really big generation that's quote unquote woke, is like, like that are just going to start doing like more things to push their like, younger ones or like, their kids or whoever into technology, like, hey, at least know how to do a Wix, like little page, like, at least know how to do that, dog, or like get yourself an app that can help you out, like, there's still some ways in which, people can help each other to get into technology, but now, like us, or our generation, we're definitely going to push it more onto the next generation, or at least I would like to. I'd like to give, my children the option of like, hey, aside from a lawyer, aside from telling fart jokes for the rest of your life, or aside from being whatever, you can also be a web developer, or you can start a startup. Yeah, you can do like a business, like, based only on technology. And I know people who have succeeded. I have a friend who's like very wealthy because of the internet, because of technology. Yeah. And he like faced all odds. He's like dark skin, Latino, adopted into like a white family. Like, you're never going to make it, blah, blah, blah. And it's like he's balling out of control right now.
Damn.
Yeah. It's like, all right, cool.
Damn.
Good up, technology.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I know, right? The money starts coming, right? Yeah. So it's like hard work that he did because of the technology. So yeah, technology is great. Also, technology and art. Like we were talking about it earlier about how back in the Disney days, like 20 frames or 20 frames for 1 second of like, cartoons. And nowadays it's just like
just drawing and animation. Yeah. Like animation. I don't know if you've seen some movie called Coraline.
I love that movie. It's one of my favorites.
You're being sarcastic? No.
I'm not. No. I really am not. No, it's like
it's a good movie.
It's a great movie. Like it's so great for both adults and children.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's like a perfect. Yeah, it's like dark enough, but
and the animation just makes it so much better. And it was fucking really scary. Something that I don't think could have been captured with real humans.
Real humans.
Yeah, right. You needed cartoons to really display this little girl.
Yeah. Well, the reason I brought it up is because they use actual models. And when you're doing that type of animation, I think it's stop animation. You have to create a model for each action. So each micro expression that the animation might have. So they have like these suitcases full of like Coraline's head, with different expressions of how she'll be like in one frame. And then it'll be like 20 heads for like 2 seconds of expression.
Wow.
So I mean, before you have to carve it out and stuff, but now you can do 3D printing. So it just prints out like nothing. It's no work.
Yeah.
So
just Coraline expressed.
Crazy, it's fucking. I don't know. I feel like we're barely, putting our feet into the world of technology and where it's gonna go. And
but the most accessible way that I think is like of getting technology is through art. Like that's how we can all get access to it. Everyone has access to like a movie, or everyone has access to like a meme, shit like that. But not everyone has access to like, startup hookups.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
Unless, but there are a lot of Latinos and a lot of, Black, Americans just going to like Ivy League schools, it's a lot of things that I've been blessed is like, meeting people who have been to like Ivy League schools. Yeah. And they're Latinos, they're from Paramount or they're from,
Yeah. No, yeah, I think it's important just to kind of, even just have normal people like, like this kind of stuff. It gives us the access to just sit down and randomly talk and put it up on the web for anybody to hear.
Yeah.
You know, it's there.
No, we want people to hear. Yo, I want In-N-Out to hear. I want a sponsorship from them. All right, if Taco Bell is listening, I'll take that too. Right? Yeah. Louis Vuitton, what's up? Or like, you know, I'll lose the weight for that. But anyone else, no. So yeah, I hope those people are listening too.
Let's hope, yeah, because we can use. Well, yeah, we can use help.
Yeah, of course we can. Yo, yeah. What is it? Closed mouths don't get fed.
Is that
that's a saying? Yeah, it's a saying. Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, right.
Makes perfect sense. She's gonna fucking the food all over your face.
Yeah, right.
Like in a fucking coma.
Yeah, right. Of course they're not gonna get fed. Duh, Diosa. Right? Because you can always but if you close your mouth and don't say leave the food there, I'll eat it later, it's still like they're still gonna like think for you. It's deep, man. Just listen to me. Trust me, man.
I'm gonna re-listen to this later today, and I'm just gonna be like, okay, and it'll make sense then.
Yeah. Okay. No, it makes sense now. Yeah. Closed mouths don't get fed. It's the simplest one of them all, right?
See, well, yeah. I mean, I guess you know what you're saying. It just makes it a little harder, right? I mean, for people of color, maybe to get funding, is it?
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Like,
no, I mean, I was just talking in general.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it depends. It depends. Well, you know, I don't want to be like, oh, you know, it's harder for us, and sound like a Native American, right? Yeah, it's so hard. Right? No, I'm not going to victimize it. There, it's just, it's like anything in life. You know, you can use it as like, okay, yeah, hey, I have brown hair.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a scar on, like, you know, like underneath my nose. Like, this is who I am, you know, like I could say, hey, I'm like part of the Frankenstein Association, you know, and just play that trope. But, you know, it's cool to find your own community. Mm-hmm. I definitely that's why the people that I interview are like innovative people of color. You know, I built my own community. I like to think of myself as the mayor of my own life. Yeah. I want everyone to vote for me. And I was like, hey, you know, kiss babies, you know,
kiss babies.
Yeah, start delivering newspapers, like whatever you need, I got you. But, you know, just being, you know, happy.
Yeah, being happy.
Being happy. So.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I mean, we have the tools. I don't think there's really any limitations at this point where you can't kind of do it yourself. You know?
Yeah, there's definitely there's more obstacles, definitely. Yeah. I know I don't look like an athlete, but I did the Spartan race.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like...
Is it like a
2
mud
years
run
ago.
type of thing?
It's like a mud run type of thing. Yeah, it's like a what is it? A masochist marathon, if you will. It's like, but I was like proud of myself because A, I fucking finished it, and B, like, you know, I did it by myself, and you know, I saw it. You could see it as like, you know, metaphors, but it was metaphors in life. You know, you have obstacles, but you just like kind of push your way through it.
Yeah,
you know, just go through it, and you know, as like people of color, you might have, you know, more obstacles, you know, just in everything, like, you know, whether people like to say it or not, you know, like, oh, there's, you know, you need to, like, you know, just forget about color and, you know, do it. It's like, no, it's a reality, you know, like there's not that much representation for us. Like, you know, there's a quota as to like who they'll hire, you know what I mean? It's like, I already got the Latino. Okay. Yeah. I already got Julio. Okay. Yeah. Fuera tú. So, but nonetheless, it's like, you know, just keep pushing it.
You know who gets a lot of hate? People who come from like Hispanic or Latino background, and they don't talk Spanish.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's like, I mean, our community and like, or you know, I'm no expert, so I'll use that as like before I like get into me talking freely. Yeah, right. Do not sue me. You know, the next messages are not part of like social disclaimer. Exactly, social private. But you know, I feel like our communities or like Latinos are very, there's trauma, you know, so it's violent.
Like just a few days ago at work, some of my coworkers, you know, they're African American, and some guy started. He's like, I want to say Filipino.
Yeah.
So so we all started talking, you know, and basically he was just asking like about like the black experience and all this. And it started getting deep, like it goes deep.
Of course,
and it's,
of course, and it's like the black experience. Like sometimes we think like, oh, we're Americans, and like maybe we'll go to a different country and say like, oh, we can associate with black culture, because like I'm from America, I'm from, I know where Linwood's at. I've been to Compton, blah 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 blah. But it's like no. Shut up. Sit your ass down, okay? Que pena. Fuera, ya. Shh. Just cálmate.
Check your privilege.
Check your privilege, or just like more so, I don't like that word because it's like, it's like a pretty girl saying like, I'm gonna check my hot ass, I'm gonna check my privilege, it's like, it's still that like in your face. So it's like, just, what's that old saying? Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Damn.
Okay, yeah, like
who says that?
I don't know, but it's sort of like the one of like a closed mouth doesn't get fat. It's like simplicity. Yeah, it's simplicity. Like check yourself before you like start talking about an experience that's not yours. A lot of men hate saying the mansplaining.
Yeah, mansplaining,
because it's like pretty much a woman saying like a card. It's pretty much like a free card of saying like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, ya, cállate. Like this is, you need to like take a deep breath and not be so testosterone and be like, okay, you're mansplaining things. But I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, from my perspective, it's, cause I'm a dude. I don't know. I feel like it's a little difficult to ever like, I don't know. How can I say? I mean, obviously, like you said, I don't know the experience of a woman, but like, how can we have a conversation like about that?
Well, we both live in that. Like, I mean, there's definitely a moment. If you're talking about like a woman and like her okay, we can talk about it because even though we're both like, it's getting really deep, but like too deep, disclaimer, I am but like, even though I'm a woman and I have my experience, we're still dealing with something, because it's life. And like, you're not going to be around us having a podcast in common. Like, I'm a woman, you're a man, but we still share that experience.
Yeah.
So like maybe me telling you like, hey, someone was sexist against me on my podcast, like you could still give me your perspective and like help me explain what happened, or like help me understand the situation, from someone that does the podcast as well too.
Yeah.
But understanding, like, oh shit, things are different for her because she's a woman, or
that's where it starts getting like,
that's
like,
just an example, but
it's a good way to put it, because I mean,
have you been, let me ask you, did someone tell you,
No.
someone tell you recently like, hey, yo, Lalo, you're fucking mansplaining things to me?
No, they haven't done that.
They haven't done that?
No.
Yet.
Why?
Yeah.
It's because I don't even.
You don't even say anything?
I don't even say anything. I used to quiet.
Well, okay, yeah. But you also want to give them your opinion, and and here's another thing too, if they just want to not hear what you have to say, then maybe they're woman, they have every single right to explain to you, hey, this is my experience, this is like what I see as truth. Maybe you could see this as truth too, even though you're not a woman. But
like one thing I saw today, which made me kind of go like, what? I mean, some people might think it's, I'm not hating, first of all, I'm just making that clear.
Okay.
But it just made me go like, what? Wink.
So I'm not hating. Wink.
I don't know how you'll pronounce it, but they started writing like Latino or Latina with the X at the end.
Oh, Latinx.
Latinx.
Oh
shit, going back to the 90s.
Yeah, fucking X right there.
X-Men
Latin. Yeah, but it's Latinx, Professor J. Javier.
Wolverine.
Yeah, hello. He looked like one of the Bookies. I got you. Yeah, but Latinx. Right. Yeah.
So what I was seeing, the term kind of like evolved over the last couple of years to where it got to the X right now. Before they were using like the @ sign for the email,
Yeah.
But this is the part.
Yeah.
The part that tripped me the hell out was that they stopped using that, like the arroba, because don't hate me.
Wink.
Feminists started saying that they were against the arroba because like the O is over the A.
Oh.
So then I was like, what? It's just a symbol. And then I was like, that's when I was like, okay, I don't know what to think about that.
Yeah. You thought like maybe that was a bit too much, but just to play the devil's advocate, symbols mean a lot. Like if you think about like I went today to the Marciano Foundation and it was in the Masonic building. And like the Masonic temple and like that fraternity, and they all have a lot with symbols, symbology. Symbols mean a lot, you know. Even today, like there's like memes. There's memes saying like how we're going back in time with communication, where like memes look like a hieroglyphic.
Right. You're just using images or emojis.
And they're symbols. So, you know, if a woman were to, or so the person, I think it's all about communication. Yeah. Because, you know, just like she felt entitled or, you know, wanted, or this movement to change the arroba to X, you know, there is an explanation to it. And I think it's, you know, once you're mad, you have to be evolved or woke, really fucking woke, like cold shower woke, and be like, okay, well, why is this happening? And that's the whole thing about being woke. You ask questions. Like if you can't ask questions, then, you know, and I got this inspired by Martin Moreno when I saw his, like, he's like, you need to ask questions. Like this is like not only with politics, but with everything in your life. So, you know, that's, okay. The feminist said the O over the A. Yeah. Maybe she has a reason. Maybe, you know, and from there, like, if it's just from because it's like, you know, I don't know.
See, now to myself to play a little devil's advocate. Oh. At what point do we have
Quémala. Yeah. Candela. Watch out. Why are you going to burn me, Lalo?
Come on. I'm not trying to burn anybody. I'm just saying, like, you know, at what point do we, what's it called? Where do we draw the line to where we start trying to enforce, you know, somebody's belief onto somebody else? You know, like to change the perception of what, you know, like for me, like I am not the type of person to ever be, you know, close-minded to what's going on. I hope I'm not. Yeah. You know, but if, I don't know, I just feel like I shouldn't have to change completely, like what, I mean, to a certain extent, I wouldn't have to change. Okay, what I'm going to say just sounds fucking weird now that I'm saying it out loud. Go. But, I respect you. I respect the decisions that other people would make. So I would expect somebody to respect the decisions that I make as long as I'm not causing any harm to somebody. Right. You know, so I think that's where, like, where is that line drawn where, you know, you have to change the way you know, like, in this case, the arroba. I'm just, you know, picking on this particular one. Like, me growing up, that symbol to me only means email. You got mail, you know? Mm-hmm. But I guess in the context that it's being put in, like in front of the word, or behind the word Latino or Latina, I can see where they're trying to, you know, why they made the changes. So that's when I started thinking, like, okay, so I mean, is that symbol still good to use? You know, is that something that people will shun you upon? Yeah, you know, like, what do you do? At what point do you stop using that and change it? I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting anywhere with this.
No, you are. And like, I think it goes back to the bottom of like, we'll use this as the case is like, okay, the other person here is like the feminist who changed the arroba sign, right? Like, you have to understand too that like at the end of the day, no disrespect, you're not part of that community. Right. You're not. Just like, you know, I'm not part of the Black experience. Like, and not like, so I think them not keeping you in mind is like, that's, I believe it's one of the 4 agreements is like, you know, you don't take things personal. Yeah. So it's like, it's up to you to decide like, okay, well, things are changed. Like, how am I going to keep up with it? Well, you know, if I'm balls deep, sorry to say that, but if I'm balls deep into the community, I'm following the trends. I'm following what's going on, you know? It could be feminism in one thing, you know, like what we're talking about right now, or like, I believe it's called intersectional feminism, or it's like the fight, just to like subquote it, really just narrow it down, like, you know, the fight of the woman of color, particularly the Black woman, is like, is what we should be pushing forward, because at the end of the day, like, that's who we treat the worst. Yeah. La negra. Yeah. In our community, you know, even our songs, like, I grew up with like a salsa song, you know, like describing like what, you know, slavery did. Like, it's just like, no le pegue a la negra. Yeah. Like, wow, that's deep.
Yeah, right. Yeah. There's a, right. Even in the Hispanic or in the Hispanic Latino community, there's that sort of negative connotation to being darker skinned than your other relatives and stuff.
Okay, so back to sidetracked, you know, like intersectional feminism. So that goes back to saying like, you know, women of color. So like, you know, so I'm imagining this Chicana or this feminist who was the leader to change the arroba sign to an X.
Yeah.
Pretty sure she had like a reason to like do it. And, you know, that's when if you're in the community to like find out, hey, what exactly went on. Like, hey, it's more so I believe like if you can I would get angry at like, yo, how come you didn't give me like the lettering? I didn't get the noticia, Twitter information. It's no longer at. But, you know, that's how it is with, like, technology, is you have to stay up on it. Like, I feel like, I mean, I'm older, and I'm like, you know, whatever. I'm a mature woman. I'm a diosa. Yes. Transcendental, like, spirit, yes, I live. But I feel like I keep myself young by, like, you know, staying on point with what's going on with technology. And it's so much easier, you know. The kids are just like evolving and just technology's evolving and finding out what's going on.
Yeah.
And especially on Tumblr, there's very intellectual. These young women are intellectuals.
Yeah.
Because they all have information and like this wave of feminism that's going on. I feel like we're on a new wave of feminism, but I don't know. I don't want to say I am a feminist, but I don't know. I don't want to be like a militant. I'm going to beat your ass afterwards, bro. Okay. Fucking girls rule, you drool, right? And punk you up,
that's
right?
Like the motto.
Yeah, right. We all wear leather jackets and just beat boys up. Yeah.
Brass knuckles.
Yeah, right. Yeah, punk you. But yeah, no, totally forgot where I was going on that. I went in my mind. With that joke, I went on a motorcycle out this fucking studio. Yeah, totally.
The air, the air blowing.
Yeah, right. Some fucking like
joint left over.
Oh yeah, joint left over and some Ray-Bans. Yeah, listen to Los Bookies. Yeah,
Los Bookies.
Right.
Wolverine.
Yeah,
but yeah. I mean, that's the only thing I was like today. I was like, what? Like. And like you said, like I'm not part of that, so I have no idea what it would be like.
Yeah.
But
really,
initially, it just like tripped me out. Like what? Like, you know.
Yeah, I'd be mad too. It's like y'all have me looking dumb. Like for real. Like who's correcting me? And why can't you correct me through a DM, bitch? Yeah. Don't put me on blast on a comment. Yeah, I hate that.
But it happens, right?
It happens.
But now we know. Now I know. So
yeah, now I know. I had to haven't used that in a while. I was using the X, the Latinx.
Oh yeah, the Latinx.
Yeah, the Latinx. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the one that's in.
Yeah, of course. That's duh. I'm always in, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not the one that got the yeah. Let's get that clear, okay? I'm on my technology, okay? Yeah.
Damn. Fuck. Let me check. I think that's 54 minutes, so I think we're pretty close to that time.
Yeah, we're getting spaceship down.
It's getting fucking too hot.
Yeah.
So, where can we find your, show? Where can the listeners tune in?
Oh, thank you very much. On SoundCloud.com via Diosa. That's V as in Victor, A-Y-A, D as in David, I-O-S-A, via Diosa.
Okay, perfect. SoundCloud's going to be going down soon.
Oh my God, thank you for telling me that, because I don't know where to go.
I read that today and I was like, shit.
Yo.
So I have to move everything over to some other place now.
I heard iTunes was great. Yeah, let's find out where Joe Rogan does his. Yeah, Joe Rogan or Joey Diaz. Yeah,
or Joey Diaz.
Yeah, Joey. Funny. That guy's hilarious. Preach.
Did you listen to his podcast?
I do. He's amazing. Yeah. But I can't do that. It's like, I mean, I have similar experiences, but I don't know. Like, I'm not a Cuban drug dealer from
that guy's
Jersey.
A trip. His character.
Yeah, that's what makes it interesting. Is just like listening to innovative people are just like, all right, cool. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. So you said SoundCloud, and that's basically
SoundCloud. I have an Instagram. It's Divine Diosa, Divine Diosa. Yeah, I'm a comedian. So sometimes see shows. I'll do quinceañeras. Quinceañeras.
Yeah,
bat mitzvahs. Yeah, I'll entertain you. I'll be a host. I'll be a host. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, a little chistecito here for, las abuelas.
We'll make sure to put that on the...
No, I'm not promoting myself as like a quinceañera host. Yeah, I aspire for more, right? Llámame por un buen tiempo. Right?
Fading away?
Yeah, exactly. In like a circle.
Yeah, okay. Well, it sounds good. It sounds like a good time.
Yeah. So thank you very much for having me on your show. It's awesome. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. And once again, Vaya con Diosa.
Yeah, Vaya con high. Vaya con blown the fuck out, right? Vaya con that purple shit. No, Vaya Diosa, SoundCloud.com, Facebook, Vaya Diosa. Vaya Diosa. But our Instagram, Divine Diosa.
Perfect. All right, cool. So once again, thank you for coming, and let's go get some fresh air.
Oh yes, thank you.
This is Social Prime.
Ciao.
Peace.